Hello, this is the Bleacher Creature again, and here I'm going to be talking about the trades the Boston Red Sox have made in the offseason and how much of an impact those guys are going to be. Because let's just leave it as the last year for the Red Sox with Valentin as manager sucked. And to be honest with you, a lot of their moves they made during that season really sucked. Like getting rid of Adrian Gonzalez was the worst thing you could have done because he and Ortiz kind of were like that. You know that you couldn't pitch around them, and you had to pitch to them. But like maybe Josh Beckett or Carl Crawford, I could do without those guys. But anyways, now in this offseason they haven't made a big name acquisition because let's face it, there's not a lot of big name free agents out there. And they've brought in guys like Shane Victorino, and you know those guys are good, but they aren't good as Gonzalez, good as a lot of other players. I would think of it this way, that they would be maybe second or third string all stars. They wouldn't be on the first string at all. And the other big question is how much longer is David Ortiz going to be able to play with the Red Sox? And that's a big question because he's really getting up there in age, and he's kind of losing his patience. And I don't blame him because let's face it, they sucked that whole year. Last year was forget about it, and they definitely haven't helped themselves, you know, in terms of rebounding and making the playoffs, which I don't think they'll do, but I think they'll at least have a winning record. And Ortiz is, like, I think he's 34, so the guy just doesn't have a lot more years left to him. I mean, I know he's a DH, and he'll probably play a little bit longer, but when you get the guys that are in their 30s and 40s, you have to make sure that they are happy because they're on honestly just going to be going after a championship. And the other big question is, who the hell are they going to bring in to pitch? Because Lester has shown signs of greatness, but he's also been inconsistent. And I mean, and he's the best pitcher they have. The best. He was not consistent at all. And everybody else around him is just terrible. They haven't brought in a big reliever. They haven't brought in a lock solid closer, and they haven't brought in anybody else to fill the other four pitching spots in their rotation. That's kind of the big mistake, is that they haven't traded away guys to make their pitching better. There's a couple of guys that are younger, like Saltalamacchia and Middlebrooks, and I guess there's actually a tough question. Do you trade those two guys who have years to come and have a lot of signs of potential? Do you just trade them away and go after, you know, the big pitchers? And to be honest with you, that's a decision I don't think I would do. It's really tough because the Red Sox aren't in a position to rebound and make great strides, and maybe they'll make the playoffs, but they also haven't done any. They haven't done any. Like I said, haven't done anything that says they're going to rebound and make the playoffs. But they haven't exactly been sitting on their asses all off season. They've been trying to build up a team piece by piece, and that's going to be tough because this next year is a rebound year. They probably would be lucky to make the wild card. They would be what I would shoot for them as an expectation is to go around 84 and win 84 games, because they're just not in a division that's very forgiving. The Blue Jays have made significant upgrades. The Rays are tough, and the Yankees, well, they're pretty much picking up the pieces Boston threw away. I mean, Kevin Youkilis is a good hitter. Red Sox should have never done anything like trading him away, and now he's back in the division, and he's probably going to make them pay for that. You know, I just think that with this division, they'll be lucky to get over 500. That's pretty much it, because like I was saying, they got tough competition. This isn't the American League Central or the American League West where everybody's in it, and there's just pitching is it's just not going to be a great year for the Red Sox. I would put them as maybe third place in the division, and that's unfortunate because they've been doing great this past decade, but just it's just not it's not their year. Anyways, this is the Bleacher Creature, and I am out with this review.